her cozy, dimly lit apartment. Catherine Holloway had suddenly awoken, her heart racing. The nightmare which had stubbornly enshrouded her was slowly releasing its grip. Her emerald eyes fervently scanned the room as she grappled with the disorienting transition back to reality. The dream, mirroring Richard's encounter, still left behind a lingering residue. Each intricate detail of the nightmare staunchly remained, an insistent mosaic of images that clung to her consciousness. Isabella had embodied a spectral form, appearing to transcend the very confines of reality. Catherine had observed Richard's valiant struggle against her wraith-like presence. She had felt her heart race as she had tried to stretch out a helping hand. However, her attempt to breach the intangible had been futile. She had been a silent spectator in a theater of phantoms, her voice a mere whisper in the vast expanse of dreams. Catherine sighed heavily as she slowly untangled herself from the bed sheets and went to the bathroom to freshen up. Radiant moonlight streamed through the window, casting a silvery luminescence upon her slim, graceful figure. Her long, ebony hair flowed like a waterfall down her back. Bathed in the gentle, otherworldly light of the moon, she relished the tranquil atmosphere and refrained from turning on the bathroom light. It provided a distinct counterpoint to her lingering nightmare. As she stepped into the shower, the warmth of the water enveloped her in a comforting embrace, washing away the lingering tendrils of her dream. The bathroom was shrouded in obscure shadows which slithered furtively in the dark recesses of the room. Dark entities twisted sinuously within the foggy depths of the mirror. Their intentions were obscure, hidden within the veil of shadows. They observed her movements with a malicious intrigue. The mirror's surface captured glimpses of her form as she moved within the ethereal mist of the shower, creating an intimate scene of vulnerability. Catherine got out of the shower, her skin aglow with moisture and moonlight. Her thoughts turned to Richard. The dreams had grown into a relentless series over the past week, leaving her with a growing sense of unease. A blossoming determination grew within her, a quiet resolve to reach out to him, unsure if he was navigating the same tumultuous dreamscape as she was. Having dried herself and enfolded back into the warm embrace of her bed, Catherine contemplated her decision. A morning phone call, a lifeline extended across the ether, seemed a necessary step. A call to quell the unrest that had permeated her mind. She slowly surrendered once again to the embrace of slumber, unknowingly becoming a canvas for the insidious intentions lurking within the shadows. The stillness of the night settled like a heavy shroud. An unseen presence lingered, a phantom silhouette etched against the darkness. The moon's gentle glow cast a delicate radiance upon the room, revealing the subtle dance of shadows that whispered of hidden truths and impending menace. The symphony of the night wove a chilling prelude to the dawn. Unseen forces continued their sinister choreography across the tapestry of her dreams. Woven from the threads of her trepidation, Catherine's vision unfurled. The moonlight cast a ghostly pallor on the cobblestone streets. Each of her steps was a heartbeat, a rhythm that echoed the tension that clung in the night air. Her senses were attuned to every flicker of shadow and every rustle of leaves that seemed to conspire against her. Amidst the eerie stillness, a gaunt figure materialized. His form was a ghostly silhouette cast in the moon's silvery embrace. His presence was haunting, with soulless eyes that devoured the essence of the night. A menacing cane clicked ominously against the cobblestones. The atmosphere grew more and more intense with each reverberating tap. A macabre symphony that wove itself into the fabric of Catherine's fear. Catherine's heart, a captive bird, fluttered inside her chest as she darted through the moonlit labyrinth. Her breaths were heavy and ragged. Each inhale was a gasp of desperate determination, each exhale a release of pent-up anxiety. The darkness seemed to embrace her, tendrils of ebony that whispered secrets she dared not decipher. And yet, amidst the haunting pursuit, Richard's presence lingered like a guardian spirit caught between realms. A mere observer, he followed in Catherine's wake, his heart a symphony of concern and helplessness. His connection to her, an intangible thread woven by shared experiences, tugged at his very core. A yearning to provide solace in the face of her turmoil. As the gaunt figure closed the distance, his claw-like hands extended talons to grasp her shoulder. Catherine's nightmare climaxed into a symphony of terror as her screams pierced the veil between dream and reality. Abruptly, Catherine jolted from the clutches of her nightmare, gasping for air as if she had surfaced from the depths of a submerged world. The echoes of her scream lingered, a phantom note that reluctantly dissipated into the dawn's chorus of birdsong. The room, bathed in the soft hues of morning light, was a tranquil juxtaposition to the terror that had consumed her subconscious seconds before. With trembling hands, Catherine adorned herself in the chimera of wakefulness. Her heart was aflutter with the residual tremors of her nightmare-induced ordeal. The mirror, a portal to her own reflection, beckoned her gaze. It was then that she noticed them, faint, angry scratches marring the skin of her shoulder. As she comprehended the fact that the marks were real, tangible impressions that were etched upon her flesh, a jarring connection between the ethereal realm from which they had emerged and the cold reality of dawn sank in. Her fingers brushed against the marks, the sensation both surreal and disconcerting. How could mere figments of her dreams manifest in such a physical manner? The dawn's light painted the room in tender hues of gold, its embrace a balm to the lingering unease that clung to Catherine's psyche. With each brush of her fingertips against her skin, she pondered the enigma of her dream and its inexplicable residue. The distinction between what was real and what was imagined had become unclear. It left her grappling with questions that echoed through the abyss of her consciousness.